Welcome back to Weather for Weather Geeks, everyone. It is the usual Monday tag team efforts. It's meteorologist Mike Joyce.
Hello.
And myself as usual. And after a very London-like or Seattle-like weekend, I'm not sure which.
I'm not a fan. That was
no. You know, if it's going to be like that, it might as well just snow or do something.
Completely agree.
You know, the visibility was lousy. It was misting. It was chilly and yuck. Today's not much better unless you head west of Youngstown, where finally we have some sunshine. But in the meantime, it is the middle of the month, and so it's always a good time to check in on how the month is going, temperature-wise across North America. And this map looks a lot different than November did. That is for sure. November was, deep blue in much of the eastern two-thirds of the country, meaning below average. But December has featured a big pullback in the wintry weather. We've had how much snow here? Under an inch.
0.2.
Yeah.
Just a little bit, barely noticeable, and that's it.
And you, I think, did some stats over the weekend about how we're in, what is it, sixth place maybe, or I don't remember, of least snowy starts to December.
Right. Yeah, and it's pretty impressive considering an 80-year stretch. I mean, it almost seems like in the past few years we've been snow dry over most of December, but this has been number one in the past 10 years, really.
Yeah, last December was snowy, but it wasn't cold. We were actually above average last December, which is hard to believe considering how bad the winter was overall. But actually, temperature-wise, it wasn't remarkable last year, but it was snowier than average. This year, we've had not only fairly mild weather, but no snow. And the big question is, how long is this going to last? And we've been talking about for a few days now, at least, about a pattern change that's likely upcoming as we head towards the holidays and into 2015. It's a pattern that will feature colder weather more consistently and more opportunities for some snow. All right, let's talk about what's going on today. It is Monday afternoon, and, it feels nice outside. I didn't even wear a jacket coming in. It's in the mid-40s, and where the sun is out, look at this. I mean, Columbus is 52 degrees this afternoon. Even Cleveland up here, this is at the Hopkins Airport, 54 degrees where the sun is out. That's not bad at all for the middle of December, considering average highs are in the upper 30s. We're at 37, I think, for our average at this time of the year. But the wall of clouds kind of stops almost to Youngstown. You go from sunny to cloudy right along I-77 almost. And yeah, we're just still socked in pretty much this afternoon. So it's not a day where you need the sunglasses. Our next weather maker is out here across the middle of the country. And it's a pretty healthy looking system. Pretty deep area of low pressure centered just north of Kansas City. And it is cold enough for snow up here in Nebraska, up into South Dakota. And then it's a chilly rain up in the Twin Cities and points east. This is heading our way tomorrow. And while we don't think it's a washout tomorrow, right? It's going to be kind of a showery kind of day. It's not going to be a wall of rain that sits here all day, but a showery day where there's showers here and there. It comes and goes. There'll be some dry intervals in between. But one thing for sure is the mild air that we have around now is not going to stick around forever. That in December is just reality. Temperatures are cooling off quickly on the backside of that system out here across the Plain States. Look at the contrast on either side of this front. 50 here in southwestern Iowa, and then over towards Omaha, it's 39. So there's a pretty sharp temperature gradient in through there, and all of this colder air will come our way for midweek. Now, this is not remarkably cold by any stretch. It's just kind of back to normal, really, back to the 30s. So we can talk about how we can plan our Tuesday here based on our computer models, and we're going to show you the latest high-resolution NAM model, North American model, starting, let's start tomorrow morning before sunrise at 5 a.m. Already some showers pushing in at this point, but you can see how this is all kind of just, splattered around in classic showers as opposed to rain. Showers meaning convective precipitation. It comes and it goes, and that's the way it'll be throughout the course of the day tomorrow. So that's 5 a.m. We'll skip all the way ahead to midday here at 11 a.m. And while the most consistent showers may be out across central PA at this point, still, you're going to need the umbrella on standby a few different times on your Tuesday. And then heading home from work and school late afternoon, I think you get the idea here. Yeah, some showers around.
Right.
This is all liquid. No snow to worry about during the course of the day tomorrow. Let's throw up the temperatures at 5,000 feet, and is that what I wanted? No, that's the heights. I wanted the temperatures. this is kind of a way to judge where there may or may not be some frozen precipitation trying to fall into colder air. And the blue line out here is the 32-degree line. So everywhere east of that, still above 32, up at 5,000 feet, which means it's going to be liquid precipitation falling. But that colder air is on the way. And for Wednesday, what are we thinking for Wednesday, Mike? We're thinking maybe there's a flurry or
Right.
something.
Yeah, maybe the showers will end very early Wednesday, it looks like, and then maybe a few lingering flurries, no accumulation, just general cooler day.
Yeah, this is Wednesday morning, and some backside of the front precipitation in through here, and I can throw up that 5,000 foot temperature again, show you where that 32-degree line has moved east of us, so we're in the air that is now cold enough to support maybe a few snowflakes for Wednesday morning. Shouldn't be a big deal. So we get towards the end of the week, a couple of quiet days coming up Thursday and Friday. This is Thursday. This may be still a pretty cloudy day with the flow still off the lakes. GFS might even hint that there might be a lake-enhanced flurry or something around, but either way, just probably a fairly cloudy day Thursday. Friday promises to be maybe somewhat sunnier, although there is a chance that the clouds from this southern stream system push in. It's the cloudiest time of the year around here.
Right.
More often than not, bet on the clouds is the way to go. If you're thinking, I could see maybe where there's some sun, there probably won't be. It's just the way it is in northeast Ohio and western PA. In December, it's a dark time of the year. All right, now, storms and rumors of storms in the longer range. We're getting asked a lot, of course, about White Christmas. We're 10 days away from Christmas now, and we can start now to kind of hone in and have a more educated guess than we could a week or two ago. There's two potential systems, I think, that could bring us snow or some type of precipitation before Christmas. The first would be over the weekend, and the models are going to play games on this for at least another couple of days. This is Saturday, and this looks like a pretty uneventful day on the GFS. Our concern is more for Saturday night into Sunday. Now, the current GFS, which I'm showing here, just has kind of a flat-looking wave that just kind of scoots across. No big storm at all. Maybe there's some light snow, but this would not be much to write home about Saturday night into Sunday. Now, previous versions of the European model, which tends to be a more reliable, better model, did have a more significant snow event for us over the course of the weekend. Now, would it mean a foot? No, probably not. We'd probably be more in the enough to shovel, but nothing catastrophic range. But the current European, which we can't show you, unfortunately, but we were talking about it before we went on the air, the current European has now pushed that kind of out to sea and would suggest it's nothing for us. Bottom line we want you to take away from this is it's all potential at this point, but we're going to be keeping a close eye on the trends for the weekend because that's system number one. System number two, or at least the potential, would be closer to Christmas, around Christmas Eve. This is next Wednesday morning, the 24th, Christmas Eve. GFS doesn't have a real impressive system here, but it does have a frontal boundary and probably some snow showers around. Previous versions of this same model would suggest that maybe there would be a more substantial system somewhere in the east on Christmas Eve. So this is all in the stay tuned category for now, but if you are wishing for a white Christmas, do not lose hope by the lack of snow and cold we've had so far this month. The pattern will start to support more opportunities for some snow and cold. Looking at the the longer range, here's the latest GFS ensemble upper level flow at about 18,000 feet for Christmas Eve. That's a pretty good looking trough coming through the east. And so somewhere in the east, there's going to be some snow. Is it enough to cause travel headaches or even accumulate much? We just don't know yet, but somewhere in the eastern U.S., there's going to be some snow for Christmas. And the long-range pattern overall between Christmas and New Year's features probably a ridge poking up in the Gulf of Alaska and along the west coast, and usually when there's a ridge there, there's some sort of trough in the east. And so overall, Mike, that's a different pattern than what we've been in most of December, which has been a trough out west, which has brought California all their rain and snow. California is probably going to have a dry Christmas to New Year's period, and that usually means that there's some shenanigans out to the east. So stay tuned. We're going to be, fine-tuning forecasts all week long into the weekend and into next week because it's an important forecast. People are traveling. People like snow at Christmas as long as it doesn't impact their travel. So we're going to try to get this one as right as we can. But all we can say right now is we have maybe 2 opportunities for snow. We might go 0 for 2, but there are opportunities anyway. So we'll, of course, keep you updated throughout the week. In the meantime, have a great Monday, and be sure and follow Mike on social media, Facebook and Twitter included. Mike Joyce, WFMJ on Twitter.
Yep.
All right. See you.